Hi guys, welcome to Complex Life Simple Rules. My name is Arun Kumar and today we'll talk about how to not take things personally. Did you feel bad when somebody gave you some negative feedback about your personality, about your work, and with those feedbacks you really felt bad and your whole day ruined? If yes, you are right, and most of us has that mindset because we designed that way. We designed in such a way that if anybody want attack on physically or emotionally, we have to defend ourselves. But we are in this situation today that we don't have to defend ourselves. We have to be vulnerable in some of the areas to get understand our negative points and improve on those. So in this video we will talk about 4 points which can help you next time when you get some negative feedback to not take things personally and just listen what he says, what the person says about you, and improve yourself. That will help you. Point number 1, listen to understand. Listen to understand is a very important point when we get into any feedback system or any conversation. Listen to understand is different than listen to answer. When we listen to answer, and 90% time we listen to answer, the biggest difference, we don't see the information as that is. We see the information as our emotions with that, or our mindset pattern is with that information. When we get into this phrase, we just not understand the person's point of view in detail. We just look at how this emotion or this particular information treated me in past and how I reacted to that. Your mind always have ready-made answers to those. You give those answers right away. You interrupt that person right away. You are not listening that person. You are listening that person to answer. So always, first point of any feedback system, listen to understand. Point number 2, choose your response. Always give time to yourself when you get any information. And do you know why you should give time to yourself? As in my earlier videos, I talk about we have a limbic system in our mind and a logical mind. When data flows first time, it always hit our limbic system, which is our emotional mind. And emotional mind reacts to all those information based on previous patterns and more like attack on yourself. So give time to yourself, let this information flow. And other part of human beings are that they have a capability to choose their response. Other animals don't have that capability. So when we get any information, any feedback during your conversation, always give time to yourself, choose your response, and then respond next day. Point number 3, ask questions. Ask questions about all the feedback the person gave you. Dig deeper. Ask multiple questions unless you understand all the information behind that feedback. And do you see any emotional attachment of that person with that information? Why he gave that kind of feedback? Why that feedback relates to area of improvements? That particular feedback which he gave you, you can ask in detail, did you see this kind of behavior with me repeatedly or only one time? If you see one time, what was the conversation about? And in this way, when you ask some questions, you get into conversation. And sometimes what happens, right? People give some feedback based on one interaction with you, not about your real personality. So when you ask questions, you dig deeper, you understand his frame of mind, his frame of reference, and you understand, sometimes this feedback is not what I'm looking for. Maybe he gave feedback because of his first interaction, or he didn't understand the things very well. Our process here is to not take things personally Along with that, we have to understand the whole information 360 degree, right, from both ends, from his end, from our end as well. So that is only possible when we fearlessly ask questions on his feedback, and don't hesitate, ask questions. Point number 4, accept reality. When you accept reality, you work to improve that. One thing is very common in our personality, that we take things on personally, but we don't accept the reality. What happens in the whole scenario, when we know where we stand, we work to improve that. If we don't know what we are or what are the area of improvements, we cannot improve ourselves. Things start with that I know that I don't know anything, and then when I start working on that, I know something. And after many years or days working on something, then you know many things about that. This is how the improvement works. And we are human beings. We are not what we are born with. We are what we do every day. We can improve or change our condition or our situation anytime, but we have to work on that. We have to go through the difficult path of transformation, change ourselves. And this is not impossible. This is little difficult, because we have to accept our reality. And this is one of the most important part in this whole video, where we talk about don't take it personally. Accept your reality, accept that feedback, that this is the right feedback, and improve. And I'm sure you will do that. Thank you.